welcome to another video. So today I'm super excited because my March fairy loot box finally got here. It is May the 8th and I believe this arrived on May the 5th. So it's been waiting for me for a couple of days and I'm finally going to unbox it. Things have been so crazy. Fairy Loot's having a lot of shipping delays because of manufacturing delays, and things are taking longer to get to them, and then those things are delayed, and so things are crazy. It's taken a while, but it's finally here. And I'm going to see what's inside. I don't even remember what the theme is. I think it's Curse Breakers. I think it's Curse Breakers or something like that. I don't know. We'll find out. They'll tell us. We'll see. Okay. This is the spoiler card. I'm not going to read things off of it until I need to reference it to make sure that I have everything. But the top does tell me that the theme is Break the Curse. So kind of Curse Breakers. I combined all of the words. Anyway, we have this stuff that I hate. I told you that. I hate the paper confetti. All right. Also, it like barely closed, so there's a lot of things packed in here and I have no idea what it is. I haven't seen any spoilers. I don't know anything. All right. Ooh, this is cute. So this is a little postcard-like thing that says Valaris. Let me read the card first. I will put the card up so that you can pause and read if you'd like to. I hope that shows up in the right orientation. All right. This is so cute. This is a little postcard, and on the back, it's a note from Fairy Loot, the Fairy Loot team, thanking subscribers for their patience while things take longer to get to them than necessary. And at the very bottom, it says, Valaris from A Court of Thorns and Roses series is a fictional city, but one that we have always associated with happiness and safety. So we thought that sending you this postcard from the city of Starlight itself would brighten your day a little bit and remind you not to let the hard days win. I really like this. It's so pretty, and the message on the back is so nice. So that's fun. That's really nice. So many things. I'm gonna go in on the sides first. The tarot cards. We have the 8 of Cups and the 7 of Cups. I don't know which book series we're in now. They're inspired by the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. So I don't know these characters because I've read only the first book in the Throne of Glass series and almost a year ago at that, so I don't quite remember all the characters. But I did just buy the whole paperback set of the Throne of Glass series, so I hope to read those soon. This month I'm going to read the first, if not 2 of them, and then carry on from there. So hopefully I'll see who these are soon. Next, over on this side, we have a notepad. Very pretty notepad. I have been wanting a notepad. Right now I use a lot of sticky notes, the cheapest sticky notes I own, to write a lot of notes for classes and things like that. But it feels wasteful to me to have a sticky note that I don't use to stick somewhere. Like just for scrap paper, I've been using sticky notes. And I used to have a little notepad of paper that was just random colored sheets, and they weren't sticky on the back, they were just scratch paper. This is going to come in handy because it doesn't have a sticky back, it's just scratch paper. And it has this cute design that seems kind of like Aladdin or 1,000 Nights themed. It is just a genie themed notepad. This is cute. I'm gonna wear it right now. It's a headband and it is inspired by the Raven cycle. Yes, this is an exclusive Raven Boys headband. I haven't worn a headband in decades. I don't know how they work. I think I put it on, right? Maybe I should have tucked my hair back, but I don't like how that looks. I'm gonna leave the tag on there. It's gonna leave it like that. Okay, got that. There was one thing that I did get a hint might be in here. One type of item. And I'm so excited. It's a book sleeve. The only other Fairy Loot book sleeve I have, and the only book sleeve I own, is from the October Fairy Loot box that was vampire themed, and it has a Dracula quote on it, and it's very black, white, and red, and it's super nice, but it's also very thematic. So this is much more like season neutral, and I like it. The Fairy Loot book covers are super thick and plush and very large. The other one I have, I can fit Oathbringer by Brandon Sanderson, the hardcover edition, in that book sleeve. That's like a 1,200 page book. It's big, so it fits in there. Any book will fit in there. And this is another book sleeve with a quote on it from something. It says, "Failure isn't absolute. Just because you couldn't save everyone doesn't mean you didn't save anyone." And it's by Bridget Kemmerer. I think it's probably the A Curse of Dark and Lonely series. Yes, it is inspired by A Curse of Dark and Lonely, a series of books that I want to read but have not yet. Someday I shall. Next we have this thingy. Ooh, this is cute. It looks to be a passport holder, so it's just a red faux leather, I believe, kind of booklet thingy. It says passport. Does it open? What is this? Oh, okay, so it kind of got stuck to itself in shipping. So it is a passport holder. It flips open. It says Citizen of Wonderland. And it's inspired by the Queen of Hearts retelling Heartless by Marissa Meyer. So that's nice because I have a passport. I got one. I've only used it once, but I bought one right before going to college in case there was anything I wanted to participate in that would involve me leaving the country, because college was the first time I was really away from home. And so I got a passport. I've only used it to travel to Canada one time, but it doesn't have a cover, and I actually keep it in the mailer that the government sent it to me in because I don't want it to get hurt. So now I can put it in this cover. I'm gonna feel like such a fancy passport holder with this cover. Okay, next we got this really big box. It's a Tumblr collaboration with Fairy Loot and Holly Black, and it's based on the Queen of Nothing book by Holly Black. So Queen of Nothing is the third book in the series. I don't know what the series is called, but it starts with like the Cruel Prince, the Wicked something, Queen of Nothing. I've never read it. I've read other books by Holly Black. She has a series about like shape-changing mafia situation that I can't remember, but I haven't read this book yet, but it is on my to-read list. Comes with a plastic straw here. This is wrapped all nice and pretty. Then the actual tumbler. This is so nice. I had a tumbler like this once the summer before this past summer. I got it in an Erin Condren seasonal surprise box, and it was pretty nice, but it was also very thin, and it had a protective coating. It was also very thin and kind of poorly insulated, and it was kind of weird, and I didn't like it, and it was hard to clean, so I got rid of it. But this is pretty sturdy. There's a nice little insulated lip here, like this rubber band thing, which is definitely going to help keep things from spilling. And it says, "To family and fairyland and pizza and stories and new beginnings and scheming great schemes, I can toast to that. Holly Black." And so it just has the quote along the edges, and then like some decorations. This is a very nice thematic gift thing to include in a subscription box, because it is March, or this was the March box. Summer's coming, and the last time I owned a tumbler like this, I used it for iced coffee, and I'm going to probably use this for that too, because I don't know, what else would I put in here? You can put anything in here, water and stuff like that, but I have a water bottle I put my water in, so I probably will use this for like cold coffee. I didn't put the straw in, but you know how straws work. A lanyard here with some roses and playing cards. It's probably Alice in Wonderland something or other. Ah, that's very surprising. It's Caraval themed. So I haven't read the Caraval series. This is inspired by Caraval by Stephanie Garber. That's cool. I don't know, something about the aesthetic of playing cards I don't like. So I like the idea of a lanyard. I don't know that I'm really going to ever use this, but I'll keep it on hand because currently it's the only lanyard I own. I don't own a lot of different things, so every time I get something new in a subscription box, it's almost always something I could keep around because I don't have another of it. I own a lot of stationery supplies and I own a lot of books, and that's about it. And then I buy food and hygiene stuff. So random knickknacks I don't keep a lot of. Alright, so now we are finally at the book, and I think I glimpsed it at the bottom of the spoiler card while referencing, but I've already forgotten the name, so this will be good. Ooh. So it has like these crazy shimmery green sprayed edges. It's like a weird color. I don't even know how to describe it, but I like it. It's like, I don't know. It's pretty though. And the book is called Bone Crier's Moon by Catherine Purdy. So I know nothing about this book. I've definitely seen the cover floating around social media. So Fairy Loot describes this book as a high-stakes fantasy flesh with a doomed romance and macabre magic. This beautiful book filled with siren-like women ferrying the dead and a swoon-worthy romance had us on the edge of our seats. This Fairy Loot exclusive edition has beautiful shimmery sprayed edges, exclusive foil on the title, artwork on the reverse of the dust jacket, and is signed by the author. So the end pages have a book plate on them where the author has signed the book. The cover has foiling on the lettering, which is supposedly exclusive. Aw, mine got a little bumped. The corners of mine are a little crinkled, but that is inconsequential to me. I'm cool with it. And then we have the dust jacket art. I hope you can see it all. Yeah, so that's pretty. One day I'll know who all those characters are when I read this book. Alright, so I will read the description on the inside of the dust jacket because it's not terribly long. It says, Bone criers have a sacred duty. They alone can keep the dead from preying on the living, but their power to ferry the spirits of the dead into Goddess Elara's night heavens or Tyrus's underworld comes from sacrifice. The gods demand a promise of dedication at the cost of the bone crier's one true love. Elise has been prepared since birth to become the matriarch of the Bone Criers, but first she must complete her rite of passage and kill the boy she's also destined to love. Bastian's father was slain by a Bone Crier and he's been seeking revenge ever since, but his vengeance comes too late. Elise's ritual has begun and now their fates are entwined, in life and in death. Sabine has never had the stomach for Bone Crier's work, But when her best friend Elise is taken captive, Sabine will do whatever it takes to break the bond between Elise and Bastien before they all die. This first pulse-pounding novel in a new duology from the New York Times bestselling author of Burning Glass shines with doomed romance, macabre magic, and a betrayal with the power to shatter the boundary between the living and the dead. That sounds interesting. I'm also glad that it's a duology because if it's not going to be a standalone, I'd rather it not be a super lengthy series that I have to keep up with. I'm very bad at keeping up with series. So knowing that I have this first book and then later I'll go hunt down the second book and then it'll be done is kind of nice. That's the book of the month. And then there are a few more other little papers and things inside the Fairy Loot book bag thing. Every month you get a bookmark. I have a collection of them growing on my desk. Ooh. You get an art print with a note from the author on the back, so I'll hold that up if you want to try to read it. And you can pause and read bits of that if you can. I'm not the best at always reading these. Sometimes I forget they're there. I hang the art up on top of my desk, so I'll definitely add this to my collection. And then you have the Fairy Scoop. So the Fairy Scoop for the month has interviews with the author, as well as sneak peek for the back, another delayed box. Hopefully this, I think, will start shipping out sometime next week, and I'll have another unboxing for you by the end of the month. We'll see how that goes. And then at the bottom you have the Instagram photo challenge, and there's also a read along. I don't know when the read along, or maybe they're not going to have one for this book because it's so late. I don't know. Maybe they'll just change when the read along is. The read along will start on May 4th. So I got my box the day after the read along started, but I don't usually participate in the read alongs, so I'm not bummed about that. I'll read it later. And that's everything for the March Fairy Loot box. Break the Curse. I like it. I think that my favorite items are going to be a tie between the book sleeve, which I really love. It's very pretty, and the tumbler, or maybe this headband, because I've been wearing it the whole video and I love it. Like, it matches my outfit, so I like it. All right, so that's it for me today. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, and I hope to see you next time.